continue with our triangles today. Two very special ones, our isosceles and our equilateral triangles. Now in this lesson, we will explore the properties of an isosceles and of an equilateral triangle. Let us start. Now refer to the accompanying figure. Now this is what we call an isosceles triangle. Why? Because the two angles are equal, right? So in this triangle, right, let me just take out my pen. Angle B and angle C, they are the same. So in an isosceles triangle, two angles are always the same, right? They are the same. Then you can also look at the two sides here, AB and AC. They the same lengths. So we also say in an isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. This side is equal to that side. So AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC. Two sides are equal and two angles are equal. This BC over here, this is our unequal side, right? You can see it's 10 centimeters. That one is 8 and that one is 8. Now this is also known as the base of the isosceles triangle. Right. AC is opposite angle B. Here we have angle B and they say AC is opposite angle B. Now AC is not an arm of angle B. We all know that an angle is formed by two arms. The vertex where the two arms meet, that is our angle. Now this AC is not an arm of angle B. It is opposite angle B. Right. The same with AB. AB over here is not an arm of angle C, but it is opposite angle C. So we say AB is opposite. AB is opposite angle C and AC is opposite angle B. Right. Then our conclusion here. When two sides of a triangle are equal, the angles opposite the equal sides are the same. Let us check this figure over here. Equal sides are marked the same, right? Equal sides are marked the same. So over here, I have two lines to show you that these two sides are the same. Opposite side AB. Opposite side AB is angle C. And opposite AC, opposite this side, is angle B. Therefore, B is equal to C. So we have now the angles opposite the equal sides are equal. Look there. Opposite AB is that angle. Opposite AC is that angle over there. Right. So the two angles opposite the equal sides, they equal. Also opposite angle B is AC and opposite C is AB, and we say AB is equal to AC, and they are equal. The two angles are also equal. So the conclusion, when two sides of a triangle are equal, the angles opposite the equal sides are the same. Right. So we check here. In the following figures, write down the equal sides. Let us start. Here we have angle A is 30 and angle C is 30, right? Let me just mark it quickly. Now I want to know which sides are equal. Now it's the opposite sides. Now opposite this angle, angle A, is the side that is not an arm of angle A. So it's this side here. The same over here. Angle C, the side opposite angle C is AB. Why? Because AB is not an arm of C. So in this figure, when these two angles are equal, these two sides are equal. Right. Next one. So we say here in the next line, AB, therefore AB is equal to BC. Next. Right. This angle is 45, this one is 90. Now we know the three angles of a triangle is equal to 180. So O must be 45 degrees. Three angles of a triangle. Now let us check. Opposite this 45 is this side, because this side is not an arm of angle M. Opposite O is that side. This side, MN, is not an arm of angle O. It's opposite angle O. Right, therefore we can say now that MN over here is exactly the same as ON. Next one. Here we have two equal angles, right? That one is equal to that one over there. Opposite this equal angle is that side. You can see the side is not an arm of angle P. Opposite Q is that side, because this side is not an arm of angle Q. So it's quite easy. So we say QR is equal to PR. Next one. Oh, here we'll have to find out the value of Z first before we can say which are the equal sides. So we start by using our three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 method. Right. So Z here is equal to 180 minus the 70 minus the 40, because three angles of a triangle. So Z is also equal to 70 degrees. So can we see now which angles, which sides are opposite this angles here? Opposite Z is XY. Right, you can see there, it doesn't form angle Z. Opposite this 70 degrees is that side there. Right. So XY is equal to ZY or YZ. So here I have exactly, no, it's not the same exercise. So here we must say which angles are equal in the following. So opposite this side is Z. Opposite that side is X. Right. Easy. AB is not an arm of Z. BC is not an arm of X. These two angles are equal because these two sides are equal. So in our answer we say angle A is equal to angle C, or we can just use the placeholders. X is equal to Z. Over here, these two sides are equal. Which two angles are equal? Opposite this side is E. Right? Opposite this side is D. So they are the equal angles. BAD is equal to ABD, or you can just use the placeholders. D is equal to E. Right, so I have exactly the same exercise here. You can just work through it again before you continue with equilateral triangles. Make sure that you know exactly how to recognize equal angles and equal sides before you continue. So here we have equilateral triangle. Refer to the accompanying figure. This triangle has special properties too. You can see here A is equal to B, or A is equal to B is equal to C, and each angle is equal to 60 degrees because the three angles of a triangle add up to 180. Right, so all three sides are the same length and all three angles have exactly the same size. A is equal to B is equal to C, and each angle is equal to 60 degrees. Also, AB is equal to AC is equal to BC. All three sides are equal. So conclusion, in an equilateral triangle, all three angles are equal, 60 degrees, and all three sides are equal. Now we're going to go through the steps again to find the unknown angles. Right, in this angle here, or in this triangle, you can see we have two equal sides. So step 1, you must first decide if you see two equal sides. Remember, they will always be marked the same. Then you must first decide which angles are equal, and remember the angles opposite this equal sides, they are equal. So it will be opposite this side is 65 and opposite that side is the angle marked B. Right, so B must be exactly the same as angle D because B is opposite ED and D is opposite EF. So we start. So step 1, decide which angles are equal in this isosceles triangle. We did that. We know that angle D is equal to angle F. Next step, we write it down. D is equal to F because they're opposite DE and EF. Right, the next step. So the answer is B is also equal to 65, and you must write your reason in isosceles triangle. Now we go to A, and we use three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 again. 65 plus 65 plus A is equal to 180. So A is equal to 180 degrees minus the 65 minus the 65. Three angles of triangle, and A is equal to 50 degrees. Okay, so step 1, first decide which angles are equal because the sides will be marked the same. Once you have that, you can all work out A or work out B, whatever they ask for. So here they ask you to calculate the values of angles marked A, B, and C, and always give a reason for your answer. We start by looking at this triangle and decide if these two sides are equal, which two angles are equal? Opposite this MN is B. Opposite MO is A. They are the equal angles. But they are not equal to 76 degrees. No, you'll have to deduct 76 from 180 to get the sum of A and B. But you will know that A and B, they're exactly the same size. So whatever answer you get, you must just half it to get each one's value. So we start. So we start by saying MN. You say the MN is equal to M. Oh, look, this is given to you. Right, given. It's marked the same. For that reason, A is equal to B. Why? Isosceles triangle. So in the next step, you will say that A plus B plus 76 degrees. This angle plus that angle, the two unknowns plus 76 is equal to 180 degrees. 3 angles of triangle. Next step. Now we deduct the 76 from 180 and A plus B is 104 degrees. But you know they are equal. Right. So the next step, each one will be half of 104 degrees. This one will be 52 and that one will be 52 degrees. Look at the next one. 3 sides are marked the same. So we have an equilateral triangle over here. 3 angles must be the same. Right, so we write it out. PQ, it's given to us. PQ is equal to PR is equal to QR. Right. Next step. So B is equal to C is equal to R. They are all equal. Reason, equilateral triangle. Next step. For that reason, B is equal to 60 and C is equal to 60. They don't ask for R, but R will also be 60 degrees. Look at this one. Now we must now watch. We have a lot of things to concentrate on. We have 2 sides. So we know we have an equilateral triangle over here. First decide which 2 angles are equal. Now opposite this side is A. Opposite that side is D. Right. Now remember, this B is for the name of this point. It's not an angle that you must find, because I told you we use small letters for placeholders. But now you know that this angle and that angle, they have the same size. But you also know that these 2 angles, they are on a straight line and they are adjacent. So it's quite easy to find A, because A and 106 is equal to 180. Why? Angles on a straight line. So you'll deduct the 106 from 180 and your answer there is 74. So I'll write in the 74 here. So immediately you know if this one is 74, that angle D must be 74, because we know it's an isosceles triangle, but you must tell me in the next step it's an isosceles triangle. So you say CB is equal to CD. For that reason, A and angle D, they are the same. They are isosceles triangles, so both of them will be 74 degrees. So A is 74 and D is equal to 74. Next step. Now we want B. We want B. So we move from here to there. And we know that 3 angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So 74 plus 74, this one, plus this B is equal to 180. Why? 3 angles of triangle. You subtract the 74 and the 74 from 180, and B is equal to 32 degrees. And this 3 must add up to 180. Now we move to the third one, to the next one, I mean. 3 sides are marked the same, so immediately you know that 3 angles are equal, and they are equal to 60 degrees. Right. They ask for A and they ask for B. So you know already that B is equal to 60. But how do I get to A? Okay. Now step 1. AB, you say there, is equal to BC is equal to AC. Why? Equilateral triangle. Next step, you say that angle A, which is also B, small b, right? Placeholder B, is equal to angle B is equal to ACB, each 60. Right. So now we start. A plus 60. Remember you said there ACB is 60. ACB is 60. You said it in that first line. So you can make use of the 60 now. And you say A plus 60 is equal to 180. Angles on a straight line. A is equal to 180 minus 60. So A is equal to 120 degrees. And of course B is 60 because equilateral triangle. Let's start again. AB is equal to BC is equal to AC, equilateral. A is equal to B is equal to ACB. You can't talk about C here because we have 2 angles here by C. So ACB is equal 60. So we say that ACB is 60. Therefore, in the next line, I can use that. And I say A plus 60, which means A plus ACB is equal to 180. Angles on a straight line. And A is equal to 180 minus 60 degrees. A is equal to 120. And, of course, B is equal to 60 degrees, equilateral triangle. Next one. These 2 sides are equal. Which angles are equal? Of course, that one is opposite this side, and A is opposite that side. Right. So, we know now that PR is equal to RQ. It is given to us. Right. PR is equal to QR, that is given. For that reason, angle P is equal to angle A. What is the reason? Isosceles triangle. So both will be 54, and I can just state here again, A is equal to 54. So A is equal to 54 degrees. Right. Now to find B, we know 3 angles of a triangle add up to 180. We deduct the 54 and the other 54 from 180 to get to B. Right. So, next step, B plus 54 is equal to 180. Why? 3 angles of a triangle. So, B is equal to 180 minus 54 minus 54. And B is equal to 72 degrees. Alright, if you want to test your answer, you can add this 3 and you must get 180. Wow, now we have quite an interesting figure. We have two parallel lines and we have an isosceles triangle. Oopsie daisy. We have an isosceles triangle and we have parallel lines. Here is only one given angle, 62 degrees. So we'll have to work from the 62 and decide 62 and which other angle form a pair. But even before you get there, you can decide already which two angles in this isosceles triangle, which two angles are equal. And you can write it here. This one is opposite this side and that one is opposite that side. Okay, we start with this 62 degrees. Now I can see that 62 and C, they form a pair. Can you see that? Above the line, above the parallel line. From the transverse, from that transversal to the parallel line, from the transversal to the parallel line. The same transversal here. Okay? Both above the transversal, corresponding angles. Right, so you can say AD is parallel to EG, but you start with C is equal to 62 degrees, corresponding angles. Right, both above, both on the right hand side of the transversal. Then the next one, so we have now C is 62. Right, you can't go to A yet because C and A and this angle here, they are adjacent and they add up to 180. So no, not to A yet. But I can see a Z here. You see there? Alternate angles. So this angle and that angle must be the same. They are alternate angles. Can you see there? Opposite sides of the transversal in between the two parallel lines. Right. Okay, they have here B is equal to BCF. B is equal and that one is equal. Now I may be ahead of the sums already. So in the next one, so B is equal to BCF. That is BCF. These two angles, they are equal. Right. They are isosceles triangle, which means if B is equal to 62, then BCF must be 62. Now let me just start again. BCF here is 62 degrees for two reasons. Or it's alternate angles, or it's vertically opposite that 62. So we'll rather start like this. BCF is equal to 62 degrees, right? Vertically opposite angles or alternate angles. But remember, you must mention here before you start with the isosceles triangle that BF is equal to CF. For that reason, B and BCF they are equal. Right? Now we say BCF is equal to 62 degrees. Why? Two reasons: vertically opposite or alternate angles. So B is equal to 62 degrees. Right, we must still find A. Now we get to A. So A plus that 62 plus that 62. 3 angles of a triangle, right? So we use that one. 62 plus 62 plus A equal to 180 degrees, 3 angles of a triangle. Then A in the next line, we deduct the 62 and the 62 from 180, and our answer is equal to 56 degrees. So this angle here is 56, and that angle there is equal to 62. And the sum of these 3 angles must give us 180 degrees. So here I have exactly the same exercise again. You start by A and you work through all of them. If you have any problems, you just refer back to our or to my explanation. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel and you will receive at least 3 lessons every week. Right? Thank you so much.